Hi, I'm Robin. Today we're going to talk about something very near to my heart, not necessarily dear. Are you feeling anxious? If you're feeling anxious, you're not alone. Nearly half of all Americans are feeling anxiety these days. As psychologist Robert L. Leahy points out, the average high school kid is experiencing the same amount of anxiety as the average psychiatric patient in the 1950s. So what is anxiety? Anxiety is worry or nervousness typically experienced over an event or something that you're unsure of the outcome. And anxiety can lead to an anxiety attack. And that's a feeling of loss of control. You may experience heart palpitations, you may be sweating, have difficulty breathing. It brings on a whole onset of symptoms. But it's a fear that's excessive. You have a very strange fight or flight reaction. And once you experience it, you don't forget it, and you don't want to experience it again. This is an anxiety attack. They say the difference between an anxiety attack and a panic attack is a panic attack comes on unprovoked and unexpected. But for the sake of simplicity here, we're going to use them interchangeably. Anxiety disorders can be both genetic and environmental factors. When I think back of myself as a child, I can see I had a predisposition to anxiety and did begin to experience it at a young age. But it peaked when I was a mom of 4 children and I had a lot of responsibility. I remember the sheer terror that I experienced. It was awful and I felt panicked. My heart was beating fast. And I didn't know what was wrong. It was a feeling of a loss of control. And for a woman who likes to have control and felt so much need for control and responsibility, it was very uncomfortable. Back then, there weren't so many sources to network. Now you can look up almost everything. So I decided to get very brave and share with a friend. And she told me, "You're experiencing an anxiety attack." I felt really out of control. I felt very weak. But more than anything, I wanted to know I wasn't alone, I wasn't crazy, and that there was hope for me. Once I figured out what was going on, I was on a journey to find a solution. So I looked up different strategies and read and networked to find ideas. So here's some that have helped me. Deep breathing as a means of distraction and focusing on relaxing. Getting more sleep, that's not always easy. Saying no to all the extra commitments which caused added stress and strain. Limiting caffeine and sugar, which both exacerbate anxiety. Learning to add more exercise to my day, visiting with my doctor to rule out medical factors, visiting a counselor to talk with someone, keeping with my community. For me, that was a ladies' Bible study and a small group of great friends. Simplifying life as much as possible, limiting stressful influences, limiting news, and reminding myself that these were only feelings and that they would pass. Once I understood what was going on, I continued to add and subtract factors in my life. I added in more positive people, listened to more positive media, and became more authentic. And I was real about what was going on. Then I strategically placed myself in some of the places that I had experienced a panic attack previously. I remember one time standing in the grocery aisle in a place where I had experienced a panic attack. And I just sat with those feelings. worked through it, and knew that they would pass. And little by little, I regained more control. On a positive note, scientific research has found that anxious people tend to be more intelligent. And there's also a link between anxiety and people being more creative. I still have a propensity towards anxiety and worry, but I've used it as a positive springboard to motivate me and keep me in check to reassess what's going on in my life. You're doing a great job. Keep it up, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.